Here we go. The route is almost all flat. Concentrate on your effort to manage your energy. Your aim is to gradually empty your energy gauge so that it's empty as you cross the finishing line, but definitely not before, as it would cause a blow-up and you would lose a lot of time. To help you, keep an eye on the checkered circle outside the energy gauge. If the ladder empties faster than the checkered circle advances, then you are overdoing it. If you still have energy in reserve, you can pick up the pace by consuming.
We have the last rider at the start of this individual time trial. He'll do his utmost to produce the best time. Come on, let's give him a hand.
Here we go. The route is almost all flat. Concentrate on your effort to manage your energy. Your aim is to gradually empty your energy gauge so that it's empty as you cross the finishing line, but definitely not before, as it would cause a blow-up and you would lose a lot of time. To help you, keep an eye on the checkered circle outside the energy gauge. If the ladder empties faster than the checkered circle advances, then you are overdoing it. If you still have energy in reserve, you can pick up the pace by consuming your attack gauge. The road is fairly straight at the moment, but the finish will be more technical. You're going to have to take the right trajectory. We're coming to the intermediate time check. We'll see if you're on schedule. Go! Keep it up and stay focused so you're not short of energy at the end. We're into the technical portion with a sequence of bends. Keep a clear head. If the trajectory turns red, you've got to brake because you're taking too many risks. The next bend is to the right, and then it's the second intermediate time check. Go! 2 kilometers left. One right bend, and it will be the last kilometer. Come on! Final kilometer! It's almost over! Go! Go! Come on! Final stretch! Give it all you've got left!
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. For this stage linking Germany to Belgium, it's a safe bet that the sprinters will do all it takes to claim victory. While some will surely try to thwart their plans, the chance of them succeeding is minuscule.
Okay, I'll protect him.
The riders will soon be onto a short climb that counts towards the best climber classification. It should allow the baroudeurs to go on the offensive and launch the day's breakaway. Things are livening up at the head of the peloton.
The breakaway threatens the overall standings. He's decided to get his guys to put their foot down. The first riders are 2 kilometers from the climb. You're 2 kilometers from the top.
The climb is classified as 4th category. There will thus be 1 point to be picked up towards the polka dot jersey for the first one over the top. The break still isn't done. They're stepping on the pedal at the front of the peloton.
He's asked his teammates to manage the time gap. He no doubt wants to take the win in the sprint.
1 minute for the breakaway. It's looking good.
The yellow jersey has got his team riding early to manage the time gap. Here's the positions over the last climb.
He can ride all day long on the flat. It would be hard to say that he's in his element on short climbs or sprints. There's an attack behind.
The route sprint is not really conducive to a solo breakaway. You should perhaps wait and join forces with the counterattack.
He's a teammate without ambitions for the overall standings.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed. Don't let the counterattack catch up. The peloton won't let such a large group get away.
His pace is not really an asset, and so, instead, he must rely on his capabilities as a ruler puncher to gain the upper hand. Here's a pure rouleur. Make sure you don't leave him alone up front. It will be difficult to catch him, and it's better for him to finish on his own. He's a pure ruler who relies on his power to tip the scales. Anyway, he doesn't have much choice given his qualities as a sprinter.
He's the best placed on the overall standings in the breakaway. At the front, he's the best placed for the green jersey. He's the fastest sprinter in the leading group. You're the best placed on the overall standings in the breakaway. At the front, you're the best placed for the green jersey. He's the fastest sprinter in the leading group.
The intermediate sprint is looming for the front of the race. It will enable the first 15 to score points towards the green jersey standings.
Your breakaway companions look like they want to up the pace. Watch out! You're not going to be able to attack for much longer. Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint. His teammates are accelerating. They're no doubt readying the intermediate sprint. New leader for the green jersey. You'll have to up the pace. His team is moving into the driving seat behind. Puncture! Puncture! No, just kidding. It was to wake up the mechanic. They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax. His teammates are riding to protect the jersey.
The race is about to enter a more rugged portion, with a sequence of 3 short climbs. The next difficulty is listed as a Category 4. There will be only 1 point to be scored towards the best climber classification.
You are 2 kilometers from the top. Watch out for him. He's the best puncher in the breakaway.
Hop, hop, hop! Bleib dran! Weiter! Zieh! Go, go, go! Komm schon! Schneller! Schneller! Bleib dran! Los, los, los! Bleib dran!
We're professional leaders. Come on, keep at it.
Schneller, schneller!
Looks like the breakaway still has some gas left. It's still able to widen the gap.
Hopp, hopp, hopp! Bleib dran! Bleib dran! Komm schon! Schneller! Los! Mach schon! Weiter! Hopp, hopp! Das schaffst du!
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
Auf geht's! Los, mach ihn! Weiter! Schneller! Los!
His teammates are leading the chase at the head of the peloton. His intentions seem clear. Win in a sprint.
Dran! Los, mach ihn! Macht Dampf, Jungs! Haltet euch! Haltet euch am Kreis! Macht Dampf, Jungs! Weiter! Weiter so, Jungs!
Watch out. You're not going to be able to keep up this pace for very long. You risk a blow-up.
Ihr schafft das! Macht Dampf, Jungs! Weiter so, Jungs! Gut so! Da kommen sie! Haut rein!
You seem to be the best puncher in the group. You should be able to move to the front. You've just taken the top spot of the climber standings. That's good. Keep it up.
Weiter so! Weiter so, Jungs! Haltet euch ran!
He's the best placed on the overall standings in the breakaway.
The day's final categorized difficulty is approaching. Once again, there will be 1 point to be gleaned for the polka dot jersey.
You are 2 kilometers from the top. Watch out for him. He's the best puncher in the breakaway.
Da kommen sie! Haut rein! Gut so! Haut rein, Leute! Ihr schafft das! Weiter so, Jungs!
The peloton is 1 minute away.
Ihr schafft das! Haltet euch ran! Weiter! Haltet euch ran! Macht Dampf, Jungs! Auf geht's!
Weiter!
In die Pedale! Go! Gut, Marsch, Jungs! Macht Dampf, Jungs!
We've got enough of a points lead for the polka dot jersey. There's no way we can lose it today. Keep it up.
Gut so!
He'll be the new polka dot jersey. He can no longer be caught today. For now, he's the virtual yellow jersey.
Auf geht's!
The riders up front still have something left. They're upping the pace to try to hold out till the end.
Weiter!
Bleib dran!
Hep! Komm schon!
Looks like the breakaway still has some gas left. It's still able to widen the gap.
Weiter! Nicht nachlassen! Na los, Jungs! Los! Schneller! Na los! Weiter so, Jungs! Weiter so, Jungs! Gut so! Gut so! Haut rein, Leute! Da kommen sie! Haut rein! Haltet euch
You
ran!
have 30 seconds on the peloton.
Haut rein! Und macht hin!
Okay, I'll protect him.
There are 15 kilometers left, and given the lead held by the breakaway, victory will certainly be sealed in a mass sprint through the streets of Liège.
Okay, but I won't be very effective because I'm full out. Okay, I'll put in a big acceleration. From the finish for the leaders. It's going to be complicated.
The riders are all back together. Everything will be played out in the final kilometers.
Watch the demeanor of the other sprinters to know when to launch your sprint. If you start too soon, you will be unable to continue your effort to the line. If you start too late, you will not have time to work your way to the front.
Watch out, is trying to catch up the sprinters. Bunched peloton. Watch out, is trying to catch up the sprinters.
Just 5 more kilometers. Get ready to sprint. We need to score points for the green jersey.
After the next bend, it will be the final straight. The sprint will soon be launched. The red pennant is in sight for the front of the race.
Go! 1 kilometer! Give it all you've got!
Hello and welcome to all. This stage is a key rendezvous for the general classification favourites. With the Col de la Biche, the Grand Colombier and the Mont du Chat, there are no less than 3 all-category climbs on the menu. With a total of 4,600 metres of vertical gain, there's no doubt that this stage is crucial in the fight for the yellow jersey. There will be no observation round today. The riders will be in the thick of it from the first kilometre, with the successive climbs of the Côte de Nerol and the Col de Berentin. 2 difficulties classified as third category.
Watch out! You'll soon have no more energy to attack.
There will be 2 and 1 point for the mountain standings.
You're 2 kilometers from the summit. Go on, another push! The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit.
Venga, dale, dale, dale. Ahí, ahí, dale. Vamos, vamos, vamos.
Plus vite, plus vite.
Eso es, aprieta. Tuyo. Sí, señor. Venga. Sí, ánimo, vamos. ¡Ale, ale, ale!
Plus vite, plus vite.
You were first over the top of the climb. That's good. There's plenty of damage at the back of the peloton. It will be a long day in the saddle for those who fall behind.
There will be 2 points and 1 point towards the best climber classification at the top of the next difficulty.
A teammate is beginning to lose touch.
Ahí, ahí, ya.
He's one of the best punchers, but he's also very comfortable in the mountains. If the stage can have important consequences for the general classification, it can also have a significant impact on the standings for the polka dot jersey. Indeed, with 3 all-category passes on the program, a rider who was first over each of them would pick up a maximum of 75 points.
Allez, tu peux y arriver.
Reduce speed a bit, otherwise you'll hit the wall.
Forza. Dai, dai, dai.
Venga, campeón, vamos, vamos. ¡Ué! Come on, guys.
Keep an eye on him. He's the best climber in the breakaway.
Continuez comme ça, les gars.
Lâchez rien, allez.
Eso es, vamos ahí, arriba.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
Nela, Nela.
Vai, 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 vai,
Vai, vai, vai, dai, dai. Non mollare.
Eso es, aprieta.
Vai, 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 vai.
Vamos.
Excellent.
Hop, hop. Weiter.
He should get his teammates to ride hard behind you. It might be a little too early to attack, unless you mean to toughen up the race. You're 1 minute 30 ahead of the peloton. It's looking good. The breakaway threatens the overall standings. He's decided to get his guys to put their foot down.
He's an outsider. He must be watched. He has eyes on the overall standing.
It looks like you're going it alone. Good luck. He retakes the virtual lead of the overall standings. He won't have been out of his jersey for long. He should get his teammates to ride hard behind you. It might be a little too early to attack, unless you mean to toughen up the race.
For the moment, any breakaway has drawn a blank. There's an acceleration.
He's got his teammates riding because in front there's a rider who's dangerous to him in the overall standings.
He's interested in the Combative Rider Award.
The yellow jersey has got his team riding early to manage the time gap.
The time gap between the peloton and the escapees is stationary. The riders are beginning the ascent of the first all-category climb of the day, the Col de la Biche. Just over 10 kilometers of effort, with an average slope of 9%.
Okay, I'll wait for him.
¡Ánimo, campeón!
Okay, I'll put in a big acceleration.
The gap with the yellow jersey is melting away. The escapees will have difficulties going all the way. Acceleration in the peloton.
Venga, apretad un poco.
Allez! I love it! Come on, guys! Keep going! Keep going!
Allez, les gars, allez, Dan. Continuez comme ça, les gars. Un poco más, venga, dale ahí. Vamos, è un mito.
On continue! Allez, les gars! Allez, les gars, on continue comme ça!
Sì, sei un mito. Dai, 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 dai. Dai, dai, forza.
You seem to be running on empty. Lift your foot if you don't want to blow up.
Allez les gars!
Allez les gars, courage! Allez les gars, on continue comme ça! Vamos campeones!
Allez les gars, courage!
Vai! Bravo! Dai, forza! Forza! Coraggio, dai!
There will be points for the first 10 to the top of the mountain pass. The first will pocket 25 points, while the 10th would only pick up 1 point.
Courage, on continue! Oh!
Vas-y! Plus vite!
Watch out! You'll soon have no more energy to attack.
Courage!
Allez, on attaque, allez, on se bouge!
Pédale!
Vai!
After the summit, it doesn't drop away immediately. But once the descent has begun, you'll very quickly be at the foot of the Grand Colombi.
Más rápido, venga! Bravo! Allez, vas-y! Allez!
Continue!
Continuez comme ça! Allez, les gars!
Watch out! He's organizing the chase behind you because you're dangerous. But nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Keep going! Here we go! Keep going!
The tempo is increasing at the head of the race. The breakaway riders will try and manage the time gap.
Eso es, aprieta!
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit.
Allez! On y va!
Rafale!
Allez!
Auf geht's!
Allez, on lâche rien!
Go!
Pédale!
Here we go! Forza!
Reduce speed a bit, otherwise you'll hit the wall.
Comme ça! Vas-y, fonce!
Dai, forza!
The yellow jersey is 1 minute 30 away from you.
Allez, on attaque, allez, on bouge!
Forza, veloce! Non mollare! Ouais!
You've got a 1-minute lead over the yellow jersey.
The yellow jersey group is 1 minute from the head of the race.
Venga, campeón, vamos, vamos.
You've just taken the top spot of the climber standings. That's good. Keep it up. Here's the positions over the last climb. They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax. He is no longer the provisional yellow jersey.
Venga, vamos.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
Allez, vas-y.
Allez, allez. Ahí, ahí, ya es tuyo.
You have 30 seconds lead on the yellow jersey.
30 seconds between the breakaway and the yellow jersey.
Hop, hop, hop.
Ánimo, vamos ahí.
The riders will climb the Grand Colombier by its steepest side. Nicknamed the Directissime, the riders will come up against a slope at an average of 22% in the middle of the climb. A moment of true bravery.
He's got his teammates riding because in front there's a rider who's dangerous to him in the overall standings.
The yellow jersey is caught up with the head of the race.
Bravo, les gars.
Okay, I'll put in a big acceleration.
Another acceleration.
Keep pushing.
The ascent of the Grand Colombier has begun, a climb that could do some serious damage. He's a pure climber, able to follow the very best when he's in shape. The first riders are onto the steepest slopes. It's a real wall that they have to face in the middle of a climb.
Así, sois los mejores.
Forza, maglia bianca. Dai. Go, go.
It doesn't seem to be a good day for him. He's being distanced.
Courage.
There will be 25, 20, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2 and 1 point to be shared at the summit for the best climber classification.
Si, c'est fait. On y croit, allez.
He's got his teammates riding because in front there's a rider who's dangerous to him in the overall standings.
Más rápido, venga!
Allez les gars, on continue comme ça.
You are 2 kilometers from the summit. Watch your opponent.
Here we go! Here we go!
The peloton is 2 kilometers from the summit.
C'est Richie.
We'll have to do our utmost to score points if we don't want to fall behind on the climber standings.
Passa, 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 passa! Vai, campione! Maglia gialla! Bravo, campione!
Bravo les gars, c'est bien. C'est pas bon, c'est quand
Here we go! Hip, come on!
Allez les gars, courage. Allez, vas-y, oui, oui. Allez, Raphaël. Allez, vas-y, fonce.
You were first over the top of the climb. That's good.
Forza! Vai, vai, vai! Go, go, go!
Allez, allez, tout droit, fonce. Hop, hop, allez. On tient bon.
Allez, allez!
Go, 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 go.
You have 30 seconds lead on the yellow jersey.
Go for it!
30 seconds between the breakaway and the yellow jersey.
The breakaway threatens the overall standings. He's decided to get his guys to put their foot down.
Hop, hop, hop.
Watch out. He's organizing the chase behind you because you're dangerous. But nothing ventured, nothing gained.
The intermediate sprint is approaching, but there is little chance that the candidates for the green jersey will be able to score points at this stage of the race.
You're coming to the intermediate sprint. Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint. You seem to be running on empty. Lift your foot if you don't want to blow up. The end of the stage is not far off. Stay awake. It will soon start to move in the peloton. His team is riding for the overall standings. The front of the race will struggle to widen the gap. He's being left behind. It's good news for the overall standings.
The breakaway is being reeled in. It will be difficult to withstand the return of the yellow jersey.
I don't know if it's a bluff, but the breakaway looks to be increasing the pace at the front of the race.
Vai! Vai! Mitico!
He's an excellent climber puncher, capable of getting away on each acceleration.
His teammates are riding to protect the jersey.
He's attacking!
You'll get his team to ride behind you, but it's worth a try. Attack behind you!
Oui, Zdenek, tu peux le faire, Zdenek.
Allez les gars, courage! Allez les gars, courage! Continuez comme ça!
He's got his teammates riding because he's a danger to the overall standings.
Hang on! Keep pushing!
Allez, allez!
Weiter so, Jungs! Da kommen sie! Los, los! Macht Dampf, Jungs!
A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer.
The riders up front have a 1-minute lead on the favourites group.
Reduce speed a bit, otherwise you'll hit the wall.
¡Maillot amarillo!
Sa che quello è finito!
Da kommen sie! Haut rein!
The first rider to the top of the pass scores 25 points in the polka dot jersey standings.
Vamos, chicos.
Acceleration. You've got to try and follow him.
Allez les gars, courage!
Come on, guys, go, go!
Ouais!
Allez, allez! Vai! Vai, sei un mito!
He's being left behind. It's good news for the overall standings.
Dai, dai, dai! Forza! Dai, dai, forza! Dai, dai, dai!
Allez les gars, courage.
Allez!
Haltet euch ran. Gut so, haut rein, Leute.
Weiter, weiter!
Tritt in die Pedale!
C'est Rafale!
Allez, les gars! Fisico!
Ouais, 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 allez!
Forza!
Continuez comme ça! Allez!
Courage! Allez, les gars! Courage! Allez, les gars! Courage!
Allez, fonce, 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 fonce!
Bravo, les gars!
Legacy! Ah, Legacy!
Bravo, les gars! Allez, comme ça!
Muy bueno, sí señor, sois... Dan, génial, allez, Dan! Allez, le gros!
Hop, 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 come on, come on.
He takes the virtual lead of the overall standings.
Bravo, les gars! Dai, dai, dai,
Venga,
dai,
apretad un poco más. Dadle
Los,
ahí, que ya lo
los,
tenéis. Allez, courage les gars, allez plus vite.
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit.
Allez, les gars, courage!
Hop, come on, come on.
Plus vite! Bon!
Allez les gars, on y va, on y va, on y va.
Allez, les gars, on continue comme ça!
Vamos, vamos, vamos. Allez, allez.
The yellow jerseys just joined up with the lead group.
Allez, les gars! Allez! Dai, dai, forza! Bravo!
Un poco más, Peter.
Coraggio, continua!
Dai!
Coraggio!
Allez,
dai!
Gavin!
Gut so, haut rein, Leute.
Guys, go, go, go!
Yeah, great stuff. Come on, guys.
Signore!
Allez les gars, courage.
Forza, ragazzi.
Apretad un poco. Eso es, venga, campeón.
Bravo, les gars!
Continuez comme ça, allez!
Continuez comme ça!
Anthony. Muy bueno, sí señor, sois muy
Allez,
buenos.
Gauthier, continue, Gauthier! Continue!
Vamos chicos. Dadle ahí, que ya lo tenéis.
Allez, les gars!
And the descent is on.
Así se hace.
Hop, hop, hop.
Vai, 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 vai! Komm schon! Basta, basta!
Go, 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 go!
Weiter.
Nicht nachlassen!
Allez, allez, fonce, fonce,
Continue
Peter.
comme ça! Continue comme ça!
Celui-là, on est là, on est
Allez,
dessus.
les gars! Courage! Yeah, 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 yeah!
Los, los!
Allez, les gars! Courage!
Oui, Master. on y va!
Non mollare!
Muy bueno, sí, señor.
Allez les gars, allez! Allez les jeunes choses, allez gautier donne tout.
Come on, guys! Come on,
Bien hecho, chicos.
Dai!
At the bottom of the descent, there will be a little over 10 kilometres before the finishing line in Chambéry. Only 10 kilometres left for the head of the race. The road to Chambéry is now totally flat.
Allez, les gars, fonce, Rafale. Allez, vas-y. Venga, apretad un poco.
He takes the virtual lead of the overall standing.
Vas-y.